What's up guys, this is What If Just Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content, and today I've got the most broken hero at the moment if you take a look at the mid lane, and of course I'm talking about RAZ. RAZ has always been quite strong. I don't know what changes have made him that godlike, but you will see in the upcoming video that even someone like me is able to perform super well with him. He has a really high damage output, he's got some burst, he's super mobile, and therefore of course he's a hero that you need to try out if you haven't touched him for quite a while. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you will find a button down below where you can hit the subscribe button and put on the notification bell so you will get an information every single time I upload a video here. And likes, comments, love is always highly appreciated. Enjoy the build and the video. Alright guys, I'm trying out a new camera format. Tell me in the comments what you think about it or in the Discord channel, but this is mainly about the build. And we are playing RAZ mainly on damage. Like, he's a damage hero, he hasn't got anything that kind of makes him more survivable. Therefore we got only two and a half items which are based on doing something for him. The rest is, as well as the Arcana, as well as the enchantments, purely on getting out as much damage as possible. So you can see in the build we have taken the Gilded Greaves. The reason for that, why I take them over the enchanted kicks or the flashy boots, is that I am in the middle of a fight. You are a melee fighter. 2 of 3 abilities are melee damage based, plus you use your fists to fight, and you have this little gap closer after a short amount of time that he uses with his auto attacks. Therefore you want crowd control reduction as much as possible. It's the only item that doesn't screw up the whole entire build. So this is the mobility boot to go with, Gilded Greaves. Then we have 3 items which are not discussable. We've got the Boomstick, more damage. We've got the Diadem, more damage. We've got the Staff of Nul, more damage. I've taken with this build as a tryout, I've taken the Frost Orb, because when you are in the thick of things, you can just press a button, you will stand still, you won't get any damage, and maybe you will survive it. And I've got Rhea's Blessing because we do get some lifesteal, and it's actually pretty good lifesteal, therefore I'm happy with that. Arcana wise, as I said, this is like full damage, and this time I'm using the Flurry build because I want to have as much magic pierce as possible so that this pesky fireball hits even better. Therefore you can see in this build 10 times Violate, it does everything that we want, more ability power, more magic pierce. We've got Devour, more ability power and some magic lifesteal, stacks up quite nicely with Rhea's Blessing, and I've taken Flurry for the additional magic pierce. Attack speed is actually quite nice on him, like it's a really nice rune. As I said, you will use your fists and you will be in the thick of the fight and you can push enemies around. Good Arcana. Sometimes for other heroes it's not that super cool. Now it gets a little bit messy. So as you can see, but you will still see what I'm going with. So we do have full Veda, that means full damage. Axe of Sacrifice, more damage. Blessing, more ability power from our equipment. As you have seen, we have mobility power, ability power on almost every single item. Holy Thunder, normal attacks or abilities hit, deal additional damage. Super nice. Throw a fireball, use your first or ultimate ability and deal more damage. Pretty nice package. We've got the Mark of the Frost. Again, it's the same situation as the Frost Orb, so we have the double effect. And I've taken Raging Inferno over everything else because it is stacking up some damage. Pure damage build, as I said. So let's see what I was doing with him, and it was devastating for the enemy team. So I put myself here. I hope that works nicely. There should be the controls over there. Yeah, okay, perfect. So, okay, guys, let's start off fresh and fishy. No, that doesn't make sense. Let's start with the basic things for the players who haven't played RAZ in their entire lives. Everything you do is based around that ability. It's all about the fireball. The fireball is your bread and butter ability. It deals so much damage. You get a short dash increase, like a short mobility or speed increase. And look at that, we have a mirror match, so you can actually see who is the better RAZ. And the beginning of the game won't be that easy because we are both throwing fireballs in each other's faces, but that's just how it works. That's how RAZ works. If you are new, like that was, I don't know, like, okay. If you're new to the game and you don't know anything about RAZ, he isn't, like he's super strong, but he has one drawback, and that drawback is that he is at the beginning of the game a little bit, he doesn't feel that natural. What do I mean by that? Usually you have mages in the middle lane. He's like more some kind of assassin type based thingy, in my opinion, in damage out. So you have, or he plays more like a warrior or something like that. Well, I will figure out throughout the video recording what I think about RAZ and what kind of role I want for him to be used. Okay, so weird things in my mind. Doesn't matter. So you guys, like, as you can see, the main issue about him is that you are melee based, and that melee based with this kind of, you will get a dash, makes it quite confusing at the beginning because you find yourself in places, I need some water. You will find yourself in places on the battlefield where you were not meant to be, or you did not think that you would be there. Double kill. Double kill at the beginning of the game with RAZ. And I saved my boy Zenith, like that was something. So yeah, that wasn't a showcase of his damage potential, as of course both Butterfly and RAZ were super low, so it was quite easy to fish them off. I've got this fish theme going on today. Don't know where that comes from. I had fish 2 days ago. Huh. Well, never mind. So to control RAZ is a little bit tricky, and it needs some training, but that should just be all right. Like that should just be fine. So as you can see right now, we have been granted the orb from our enchantment. It takes a few minutes, and if you're 3 minutes in the game, you will get it. To take on an early Abyssal Dragon by yourself is not an idea at all. Like you should totally forget about that. And here we go. Third kill, super easy. Super easy. It's really like he just has so much damage. That's really cool about him. And it's a quite nice hero for new players, especially because you can rely on a single ability quite a lot. Like if you take the second ability, and I'm maxing that of course at first, as I said, it's the bread and butter of the whole build. If you max that, just throw fireballs in people's faces and everything is all right. Like you don't need to land all the other abilities. It's a nice add-on if you are able to do so, but sometimes a good fireball is just enough. I'm pushing her back with my auto attack ability, which was actually quite funny because I wanted her to be as far away as possible from everything in there. And now I need to be a little bit more careful. Got Butterfly here with one fireball, as I said. Like, if you want to see it again, check her health. Like her health was almost 1/3 was left. So, and there are six times of the ability in total. We are at the 4th. So that's going to tell you something. And we have just finished the first item, the boomstick. As I said, like he's got great potential at the moment. So therefore, I can just advise you to give him a try. I play him sometimes, not that often. Like that was bad. That was so bad. But Xanis was there. Good map vision from our Xanis. But I think he was just going back with the rotation here. So everything is all right. But yeah, the enemy team is not the best team in the world. That said, I'm sometimes not in the best team in the world, or I'm the worst player on the team. Could happen as well. So it might just not be the perfect showcase in terms of tactics, but this video should just give you a good overview of how strong RAZ's abilities are at the moment. And that combined with the high mobility that he offers at the moment is something that packs in a really nice kit. Just be careful with your positioning, because as you see, your auto attacks will hit and they will push things from the determination where your facing is. So they will push things into that direction. So you got to be careful about that, because otherwise you will get into trouble. And see and learn how much fireball damage I do with one single bit. 5 kills already. And that looked like decoy, but it was actually, oh my god, it was actually super, super smooth. I just picked him under tower, and I mean, there are abilities such as the ability from, oh my god, I needed to get out there, but now I am up against Yina. Oh, as you see, I have no orb thing, and I think I pressed it somewhere in the game by accident. That was not supposed to happen, so I'm dying here. That was a really weird thing. I think there was a lag or something in between. Not to excuse my death, like that was totally fine. I was doing bullshit here, but I think that there was a short lag. Well, never mind. I've taken Rhea's Blessing at this point over the other items. I wanted to have a little bit more sustain, as it's 7 minutes in the game, and now is the phase where all the team fights are about to begin. You can already see that we were grouping around the middle tower. So what you have to expect from that phase is that some of the spells and range attacks that the enemy is gonna throw at you will hit you, especially as I am not that well. That was another double kill. I don't have armor. Oh no, that wasn't a double kill. I don't have any armor, and that is of course a problem, and that's one of the reasons why I said you should always be quite aware of your positioning, because in fact what's gonna happen is, and I don't have any energy, what's gonna happen is that you will find yourself in the enemy team sometimes, and as you haven't got any armor, it's super complicated. Like, you can't really do anything against it, and you will die quite quickly if you are exposed. So it's always good to put a fireball in the enemy and then just use that extra speed that you get from firing off that ability to get back to retreat. As you see, right now I do get 1000 damage from just one single shot from Caphany, and that is something that should be avoided. That was wrong. Like, that was bad micromanagement. I wanted to jump straight into the fight again, but it just happened not to work. So that was unfortunate. I do get some damage here, but with a 10-2, I can live quite peacefully, not to worry about it too much. Game went fairly well so far. We do have the first inner tower already, and 28 versus 12, that is a sign. Boom, something, and that's so crazy. That's so crazy how much life he gets back. Really nice action from our Lubu. But yeah, the game went fairly well, as I already said. We did not really take that much objective into account. Like, if you have a normal game, like usually that would be the second up to the third Abyssal Dragon, but that's just fine. We didn't really focus on it. Like, we did it sidewise, but of course we want Xanis to have it, so he does get some stacks from killing it. And I wanted to snag this minion creep here, but Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Need to be careful here, but as I said, like you do get a short dash. Oh, and I missed that. So bad. And now he's doing his stuff. The good thing about Gilder is that Gilder doesn't do damage with his ultimate. Like it's a control ability, which is good. But on the other hand, it's kind of nice that he doesn't really deal tremendous damage. When I remember when I tried Gilder, I found the ultimate to be super strange. I just had to play him quite a while to find out that it's actually super powerful, especially if you combine it with Flicker. Because you can, like, I don't know if you guys know that, but there are some abilities that you can rearrange by using Flicker. For example, if the hook hits from Grok, you can teleport behind the tower and the thing is extended. Oh, there was a rank match! I played it quite late yesterday, so I don't really know anything about it. But yes, we have been legendary. As I said, like RAZ is crazy right now, dealing so much damage, and you can see that. You can see that in the statistics. Join me in another match. 13 total. I think that was the best RAZ match on this channel so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a pleasant day, stay healthy, and see you on the channel in 2 days.